RBM coverage welcomes you to the Phoenix International Speedway. Qualifying just wrapped up, and we're getting ready to go racing all the drivers on pit road. Getting ready to get this show on the road. Let's see how many cars we got. We've got 9 cars ready to hit the track, get ready for some racing.
Something big today is it was really interesting qualifying session. Top three off from the board here at Phoenix are number 7 of Wolf, who actually tied with the second place driver of number 78, who has a sub with a 26.915, and third place from qualifying was the number 1 of Glitch. That was your top three from qualifying, and honestly, so far it seems like the times were pretty similar, really close to each other, just barely breaking the 27-second mark, just a little bit below, with the slowest being a 27.885.
Now, it'll be interesting to say is that they have that sub in. However, you have it's the same car that you're going to carry over for qualifying. So do you think it goes really to the driver's capabilities, or do you think it really relies on just the car itself? Because the driver, it's going to be interesting because you have a set line that one driver will follow, but you put a different driver in that car, you're going to have what you would think a completely different drive, but you have the same car, you have the same speed, you have everything carrying over. I think it's going to be pretty interesting to see how he does throughout the race for that team.
It's going to definitely be a test for me, and definitely the starting position is going to help him out a lot, and it's going to be a really big test for him, honestly. This is going to be a great experience for him, though. The rest of the field knows that he's going to be sub, so I'm expecting probably some minor errors, but honestly, it could be a great situation for him. We're going to see if he'll be able to keep the same speed that driver who usually fills in races for him working. So yeah, it's gonna be real interesting to see here. I think we should start bringing these guys into the booth to see what their thoughts are on this whole thing.
Definitely interesting to see what these drivers have to say before this race gets on the road. It all comes down to, um, you know, drivers. It's always good to know what they're thinking ahead of these races. There's always so much planning that's going to be going on through the head. You want to be able to keep that positions up. You want to be able to stay with a good points lead. You want to do all of this. So it's really always interesting to hear what these guys have planned before this race gets going.
Indeed. So it's gonna be a couple more. We're actually gonna be starting off with our pole sitter here. We're gonna see if we can talk to number 7 of Wolf and see what he's gotta say for the beginning of this race.
I'll let you go ahead and drag them.
All right.
Where am I?
Number 7, Wolf. This is the RBN booth. Can you copy?
Yep.
So, congratulations on getting the pole here at Phoenix. What are your, thoughts just heading into this race, and did you gain any experience just from qualifying and practice? Just a little quick notes about the track.
Well, from the freaking 8 hours I'm kidding. I didn't practice for that long. But I did a lot of practice, and I didn't really learn anything until earlier today. For some reason, the line just clicked. So, I'm just going to full send turn 1 on this restart. So, we'll see what happens.
All right, a question
Got
for
it.
me, Wolf. You say you got all that practice in and didn't really start feeling anything with that car. Do you think that might affect you kind of towards the start of this race? Do you think it might take a little bit more time to get your lines all set and everything, or do you think you've got it in the bag and ready to go?
In the last hour, I set like 5 PBs, so I think I'm good. I got my
All right,
best
Wolf, well,
time
thanks.
down to 7:47, which is
All right, definitely a fast car out there today. I'll be looking forward to seeing you and how you do out there. Thanks for talking to us here in the RBM booth.
Hopefully get this thing to work and see you.
All right. Very much.
All right, you can get second up in here.
Yeah, could be finding. We're gonna see if we can get him in real quick. Gonna figure that out. Figure out quick who is subbing. 78. Give me 1 second, folks. And all right, we have the guy. We will now be bringing in the sub for the 78, who is Sub NASCAR. Sub, this is the RBN booth. Do you copy?
Yeah.
So, I just want to say, definitely an interesting spot for you. Gonna be filling in for Fungi. Is this a really interesting experience for you, and what are you gonna be taking out of this, knowing that you have a great starting position at the beginning at this race here at Phoenix?
What the anyways, what was the question?
Just knowing that you are subbing for Fungi, what is your thoughts just on the great starting position that he was able to get, and are you gonna be? You think you're gonna be able to utilize that starting position well and fight for your own here, staying possibly in the top 3 today here at Phoenix?
I'll try my best, but I'm going against Ruoff, so you already know him. Oh, we're going. Okay.
And we are green flag here. I'm just give you back into your thing real quick. You are Ford, correct?
No, Toyota.
All right. Crap, I cannot track you back in. Minor
Oh,
technical
God, Ruoff.
difficulties. We're gonna need to figure something out. But Ethan, you can start this here.
As they coming up to complete lap 1, there was Wolf that had a bit of an interesting move there. Going into those last corners, got all the way down there, had to let off a little bit there, but he's taking the lead, going through the dog leg over some NASCAR. That sub, as you heard, he was really in that interesting position. Definitely looking forward to see if he's able to get that, as he currently runs P2 right now, falling right behind Wolf, 3 wide behind him as they head down the main stretch here, possibly 4 wide going into the last corner.
They are gonna be 4 wide for that 3rd spot there, coming back to the start finish, and they're gonna go as low as they can. But this is tight racing here. Right now, though, at the moment, we have Wolf just in the pole away slowly, but slowly right, kind of just following his line, seeing what he can do. Then right behind him, we have for Zach in that 3rd spot, and now a side-by-side battle for 4th between 99 of Fearless, as he's going to be clearing the number 2 and 8.
Dino and Ben is close behind him. It's mostly single file up here for the top 4. Rest of the field still trying to work things out. You see Dino and Ben having a bit of a battle there, the 8 and the 2 car. You know, a lot of back and forth racing. Usually how these Phoenix restarts are, everything it gets super crazy. You know, you have such a wide surface, especially towards around the dog leg and turn 2, and there's so much that you have to like expect really from other drivers, what moves they're gonna be making. But as it mostly single files out, you know, it starts to get more common. You see that top 3 there all single filed out. A little bit of contact. Dino nearly loses it here. He's gonna have to slow down at turn 2. He'll be able to keep it clean though. Has a battle for 2nd. So
yeah, really close battle there. We're seeing the 9 of Phil battling with the number 2 here.
ooh,
Gotta see what
4 wide.
happened. Phil is gonna lose. Is gonna be unfortunately the loser out of that battle. He's gonna unfortunately get stuck high off of 4 and is just going to lose about 4 positions there. So he's gonna have to just re-rack himself, get back in that line. As now he's got a lot of space between him and the front pack, and hopefully he's able to find his speed again.
However, talking about speed, it's Wolf, your pole setter, who's pulled all the way ahead, a good few car lengths ahead of the sub-drivers from NASCAR. He's really got that line figured out, as you heard in his pre-race interview over the radio. He said he could not figure this track out towards the start of everything, and now he's come all the way to these last few laps where he was setting personal best after personal best, and he's carrying that speed over here into the race. I have a good feeling he'll take stage number 1 here.
Yeah, right now we're seeing a couple of battles right now. We're seeing right now battle for 2nd is still on between Fearless. Actually, no, not between Fearless and my apologies. That is not Fearless. That is the 4 car of Zach and the 2 of Ben. But looks like Zach's gonna be able to clear Ben off of turn 2. Now they're gonna be entering 3 and 4. But here comes that one car, Glitch. He's trying to get, it's going to be almost 4 wide again. And we're going to see Sup Nask. We're going to see Sup split the middle 3 wide.
A little bit of contact there with the quarter panel of that 78. The one car is going to kind of force Glitch below that yellow line. Glitch needs to get back up there. He will, because of a bit of a door bang there. We'll just see what the officials say about that. However, he'll get the clear and advantage really off of that. And he'll take the 3rd spot.
Yeah, and we just saw Fearless. He came right through there. Definitely used the bumper a little bit to get on by, but he did make it work. And he's now going to be battling for this 3rd spot with Sup Ben and Glitch. He's going to be looking for that run on the outside. He's going to dive it in low, get that push from Sup, and he's going to be right on the bumper of Glitch, but he's going to slide up. Is he? I think he will get a little bit of a run, but Glitch is going to get the better runoff. Now entering 3, as this field is now single-filed a little bit.
Wolf just running really his own race right now, still gaining time over some of those drivers. It's about a second back, really. That is going to be still continuing to gain, though. He showed that he was saying he was going to try and show that speed, and he definitely is, just pulling way ahead here of the rest of the pack. And Zach, he's trying to get those lines going, but he's got so much pressure behind him from the rest of the pack. It's going to be interesting to see what he does here.
Yeah, that gap is almost a second at the moment from the 2nd place car, Zach, and it's just been a absolute he's running a nice line, though, I have to say. I just don't think anyone's able to replicate it at the moment, as we're seeing right now. Zach trying to run that same line really low through 1 and 2. I just don't think they're able to get the same runoff, as I think right now we're seeing Glitch and Fearless trying to work together on the straights, as Fearless is a massive run entering 3, and he's gonna just be able to hold a little bit as they're gaining on Zach.
Diamond, a thing we were not able to do at the start of this was getting to our picks for today's race. So I'll let you start off. Who are you thinking is going to take home the gold today?
Oh, so far, I'm gonna be honest. Wolf right now is looking like a guy who knows his track. We were actually talking about him. He seems like he learned. While he did learn the track a little bit later and sometime today, seems like he's just kind of found his rhythm. And I think if he's able to keep this rhythm, he'll have a chance. But someone else I see who might have a chance is Fearless. Fearless has so far at the beginning of this race has climbed his away from top 5 now to the top 3, and seems like he may have a car that could chase Wolf down in the long run. I don't know if he has the same speed as him, but I think he has definitely the aggression, the equal balance of aggression and just skill to get by the remaining field, as he's now making a pass for 2nd.
Another car I'm looking at here, Diamond, is that number 1 of Glitch. He definitely seems to have that speed. He started 3rd, and now he's really been maintaining that spot in the battle, constantly up there for the 2nd spot. And I think eventually throughout the rest of this race, we're only on lap 16, coming to lap 17 here. And, there's so much more room for improvements here. So I definitely think we're going to be able to see that team catch up here to Wolf, and that's going to be my pick for today's race.
Definitely, and as we're seeing this go on right now, the battle for 2nd is still on. Fearless on the outside of Zach. He's going to see if he can get that better run. The entrance is basically equal, and here comes Glitch. He's going to give a bump to Zach. That's going to cause them to both go high. But Glitch is still keeping in this battle, like you said, Ethan. He's maintaining it, though he does have Ben waiting for, I think, honestly, any mistake at this point, as he is trying to hold off Phil right behind him after Phil had an incident earlier.
Fearless, though, he lost that battle there going up to the front straightaway, but now he's battling right back into the turn number 1. It's going to be interesting to see if he's able to get the clear here. He does have the better line, but Zach could definitely have that run. And he's going to get right up on the bumper, but the 99 is just going to be able to clear that 4 and have that run going to the final corner here to go to the start-finish line.
And it looks like Fearless had a little bit too much of a run through 4. He slid up, and Zach was able to get the crossover right back in that 2nd place. Fearless, though, going to give him a bumper here. He's being very patient. I think it sounds like a little bit of a mind game a little bit. I think Zach is maybe getting the idea that Fearless is going to maybe give him too much bumper. And you saw there, Zach did slide up a lot. Fearless made very little contact with the bumper. And I think that might be Fearless's way of basically just kind of finessing drivers on getting positions. But I will say he does have the speed here to maybe start trying to break away from Zach. But Zach is going to make a crossover right here entering turn 3.
78. He was put in that second spot to fill in for that driver, and now he's fallen kind of back here behind this main battle we've got going for second place here. He's still up here for sure. However, he's definitely going to need to settle that game a little bit, but that just kind of shows you now he didn't really get that much practice in, so it's definitely going to come down to simply just the experience that he's going up against. It'll be interesting to see if he's able to maintain his position here, maybe even gain some here as these guys in front of him getting really upset with each other. A bit of thawing there, a bit of contact with the Glitch and Zach. However, Zach's going to be the main beneficiary out of that.
Yes. And actually, while this was happening, we just had another driver show up late, but he is on the track, number 22, Napa Ford of Mitch. Pretty sure he may be a couple laps down due to the pit cycle situation, but he has fallen in behind the leaders, so we'll see what he'll be doing. But now, back onto our lead battle that's been happening. The top three have basically began to break away at this point. Actually, no, that is the top two. My apology. They have breaking away. Like I said, Fear has had that speed, and Zach is just trying to block Phil right now for that third spot, as that is now a battle. Phil's going to get the run on the outside down that front stretch, and he is just looking to see if he can do anything. Ben has overtaken Glitch, and NASCAR is basically just trying to hold on whatever he can at the moment.
The thing I want to talk about here is that Fearless has closed that gap between him and Wolf. We saw Wolf in these early stages getting really up there, but now we gained a little bit of time there. He had a pretty good exit out of those final few corners. However, Fearless, he's definitely closing that gap. He's showing a lot of speed now that he's broken away from that battle with before, and he's definitely working on something.
And we just had some communication error. We just had Ben, who was just going to start pitting, and as soon as he was coming down, the pits were just announced closed, and now they've announced as open. Ben has lost several positions and has just got in front of the 8 car of Dino, just cost him a couple of spots, and they are not happy with the officials at the moment. Him and Phil both confused, as now Ben's got to come in for his pit stop, and we have a couple more. I think that's NASCAR and Glitch also coming in for their pits, but a lot of confusion here by the officials here at Phoenix.
Another driver down on pit road, just leaving a stall. 29 Taco Bell Toyota Camry of Smalls. He's been really running up at the back of this race. He's not been able to carry that speed that these other drivers have, so hopefully some adjustments there to that car, and that'll definitely get that car back in a good position. This will come out right behind the 8 and the 6.
In the 2 car, Ben just got out of his pit stall. It looks like he just got fuel. That stopped, just trying to see if he can make it to the end of the stage. As this stage will be under soon, we're now seeing NASCAR is going to win that battle off pit road of Glitch, and Ben will be following right behind them.
Something I want to talk about now. Down on pit road, it's Wolf and Fearless, your top 2. They'll both enter their stalls seemingly at the same time. It's interesting to see who takes less, who takes more. Wolf's going to get out. Beat at 98 with a great pit stop there for that number 7. He'll take the lead coming out of this here as the rest of the drivers just get off pit road. This is definitely going to help him going into the stage.
This is big for them right now, as Zach was able to actually gain some positions off pit road there. But at the moment, Phil is, I would say, a guy who's definitely have to be watching. He was beginning to climb for that field after getting shuffled back at the beginning of the race. Glitch is still with him in NASCAR right behind this back. So it's going to be interesting to see what they do. Now, I'm not even, has our leader hit yet?
It would be Wolf. Wolf was your leader at the time he came in. He was able to keep that momentum. I do believe he still is the leader. Let me out of here. Fearless, I still believe, remains second.
Yeah, I think we're having some technical difficulties at the moment on the official side of things, but looks like everything will be okay in just a second. And yeah, it will be. But yes, Fearless is in second at the moment, followed by Phil. And we got a bit of contact in the back. There goes Glitch. He's going to go around and he's going to save it. Entering turn 3, I think he tried coming down on Zach there. Didn't like that exit at 2, and he got around and almost got NASCAR around as well.
The officials did give him a verbal warning over the radio about that. He is able to save it though, so we'll be able to see if that causes any issues throughout the race. Maybe that was just a racing deal. It'll be interesting to see if that has any play throughout these two guys through the rest of the race. However, I think NASCAR, he just want to keep that clean as he can, keep that 78 as clean as possible for Funky, because not his car. It's all about just keeping that clean, just bringing it home for a good result.
He has actually been doing a good job. He's keeping this car in a good spot. He's been battling. Not exactly the fastest car all day. He has fallen from the 2nd spot, but he is making moves, as we just saw him pass Glitch off turn 2. So he's definitely serving the team well at the moment, I would say.
There's 4 laps to go here in stage number 1. Ruoff just basically all alone here. A bit of lap traffic in between him and Fearless. So it's really, I think this is all Ruoff's stage here. He just has to keep that car clean, keep running the line he's been running. He's got enough fuel. He's got enough to save on those tires there. That last pit stop, he definitely only really went in for fuel, as he tells us, because it's a relatively short stop. So it'll be interesting to see if these tires play a factor. He'll likely come in for stage N, as well as most of the pack. However, it'll be interesting to see if any strategies are played on early as they head into stage 2.
Yeah, now, something I'm going to have to say here, Ethan, this is my question. Do you think people are going to start replicating Ruoff's line, or you think that he has kind of just set a tone for the pack here in stage 1 as we are going to be 2 to go? And do you think that he might just enter like just a dominating point within the race?
I think it's another driver. It's going to be their best to just try and recreate that line as possible, try and get on the gas and the brakes just as much as he is, because ultimately it's working great for him. We did see Fearless, he's kind of running his own line, and he was able to catch. It's going to be interesting to see if some of these drivers figure out something else that's faster, because I do believe that's definitely possible as takes the white flag here. But I think the best for some of these guys to do in the back is just kind of follow up with what that 7 is doing and just try and keep that momentum going.
Indeed. So we're going to be now looking back at the battle here. Fearless has pulled away for that 2nd place spot. We're going to see if Zach can make any move on Phil for the 3rd position, entering 3 and 4. But it looks like Ruoff will be your winner here at Phoenix for stage 1, followed by Fearless. Phil will be able to pull away from Zach in time for 3rd, followed by Zach behind him and Glitch. That is your top 5 here for stage 1. So now something I will ask even is, what have we learned so far?
Definitely aware of the. It depends on which lines you're going to be following. See, Ruoff, we mentioned just a few laps ago, he has that dominating line. But we saw Fearless, he is just able to. He's been gaining that momentum, as well as a few drivers like Glitch as well. They have that momentum. Everyone's really coming down pit road here. So it's going to be interesting to see if this shapes anything up. You see our leader will come in to pit road now.
Stuff have begun as we're going to see some drivers leaving. To the 22 leave first, followed by Zach and Ben. Here comes Fearless now out, and I think, yep, Glitch is gonna, I think, just get in front of Zach. He will, followed by NASCAR, Ben, then the 8, and whoever else is back there. That is pit, right? That is the pit cycle.
Those are the drivers, some of those guys who are in the back. They'll come in as well this time around. But it's going to be Ruoff, who still remains at the lead.
So at the moment, it's really just a goal of, can anyone maybe attempt to pull away with me? Or can Fearless, now not having the battle, well, he is going to have to battle. Could he get a good restart here and be able to catch up with Ruoff and see if he can hold on to him. And maybe this could become a side-by-side battle for majority of the race. And could the guys, the top 3 who were battling earlier, keep that pace and also begin to start stringing themselves alone? We are getting word the red flag has been put out. We'll be right back here, folks, on RBN. We're trying to figure out what is going on at the moment. We may have a shutdown here. Not 100% sure, though.
We will take a quick break here on RBN while we get this all figured out. So a word from our sponsors here from RBN.
Do you remember the summer of 14 when we tried to be everything? Do you remember all of the things we promised to each other? I thought this was it, I'm done with looking. I found who I want, but you weren't the one. How can I trust my judgment when my heart's in the pavement, screaming please, please love me, love me? How do I go on from here when all I want is you near? Baby, please, please love me, love me.
300 million years ago, there was no Africa, Asia, Americas, or Europe. Just one big supercontinent, Pangea. And today, there is still a force connecting those divided by distance, reversing millions of years of drifting. Making far feel close, bringing there to here. Turkish Airlines.
Barbie really wants this dream house. It's got stunning views and a slide.
Barbie's ready for fun.
So cool! And Barbie found out about this dream house with an alert from Rocket Homes.
She did?
Well, it's a super competitive market. Everyone wants to buy the dream house.
Better offer Betty. I'll go 10 over asking. Cash offer Carl. Straight cash. House flipper skipper. Let's tear it to the studs.
You vultures! You're gonna start a bidding war!
This is less than ideal. Oh no!
Don't worry, Barbie has a verified approval that shows her finances are backed by Rocket Mortgage. So Barbie wins!
But we need a house.
Oh, I found a fixer-upper castle on Rocket Homes.
It has good bones, but really bad neighbors.
I like his vibe. Get your dream house all in one place with Rocket Homes and Rocket Mortgage. For a better way to find and finance, Rocket can.
Thanks for helping.
No problem, it's good for my glutes.
People are wondering. What's gotten into Lindsay? She's never been sharper.
This basketball star married himself in 1996.
Who is Dennis Rodman?
Correct.
Son of a... She's sleeping better than ever, which the paparazzi aren't thrilled about.
I miss Lizzie!
She's even more productive, trading DUIs for DIY.
The verdict is?
Gorgeous. Maybe it's not what's gotten into Lindsay. It's what Lindsay's gotten into.
Hey, William.
Planet Fitness. Get glowing and feel spectacular.
Closing time. Get out, please. Stop playing, please. And let's go, folks. Come on. You two over there. Come on, let's go.
Welcome you back to coverage of Phoenix here at RBN, still under a red flag condition. Drivers are now rolling off pit road, so that red flag actually now, as I was saying, has now just been lifted. Some difficulties were being had. Here, the drivers will line back up here on pit road and be able to get back racing. It'll be stage 2 once we get back green. So we're just under caution there for stage 1, pitting.
Moment weird seeing what will happen. Drivers are lining up, trying to figure out the positions, seeing what will happen, and we're gonna hopefully get back racing here for stage 2. Won't have many more technical difficulties as I just say, even do we have any thoughts?
Honestly, it's gonna be interesting to see what happens throughout stage 2. We know now who are the better drivers to be looking at. So it'll be interesting to see if that kind of carries over. We'll be able to see what drivers really can prevail. It'll overall be interesting to see if Wolf especially can carry that momentum from stage 1 over into stage 2. I'm looking forward to seeing what could happen here. We'll be able to see if maybe, as we saw, there was a little bit of contact going on through stage 1. So we'll see if maybe that'll carry over into some incidents through stage 2.
Indeed. So seeing Sup is in that second spot. It's like we will be now getting back. It's gonna be just interesting to see what will happen here. Dino is gonna be starting behind. It's gonna be green this time. Drivers getting ready now. Wolf on the inside, Stasker on the outside, Glitch on the inside behind them, followed by Dino. We are entering the restart zone in just a second. And we will be back green here at Phoenix for stage 2.
It's going to be dead even with that 78 and the 7. The 78's going to get right up on the outside of that 7. There's going to be a bit of door banging there. We'll see if Sub's able to carry something through the first corner. Not really able to get something there. He's going to slide all the way back into the 3rd spot. But he's going to do a crossover back for that 2nd spot. He might have a good run here on Wolf for the 1st position. He'll get right up side by side with him. We'll see if he slides up here in this corner because it's very well could happen. Or Dino's going to look to make it 3 wide for the lead.
We have a lot of contact in the back. We got several cars going back. Glitch got the worst of that. He is now, I think, almost, yeah, he's fallen at the last place. 4 wide for the lead there, almost entering 1, as Wolf is going to be leading a charge on that outside. And here comes Phil on that inside. It's going to be 4 wide for the lead here off of 2. Phil on that inside, but Dino has the advantage, entering 3.
When in a situation like that, Diamond, where do you want to be? We saw that 9 of Phil. He was able to back off there. He did not want any part of that, and that seems to have been a pretty good idea because he'll be battling for the lead now. But here comes Wolf. Trouble! Wolf gets on 2 wheels. The 9 is around. Phil hard into the outside wall.
Oh, the massive hits. Well. It's the big one.
Sub also spins, and the caution will fly.
Massive crash there.
Diamond, I'm not sure about you, but I had a feeling that was going to be happening. Just all around, there was so much going on. 4 wide, so many different times there. I was just honestly, I was expecting something like that to happen.
I'm gonna be honest, same here. That was a really aggressive start to stage 2. And I just cannot believe the hits that we just saw. Wolf got on top of, I think it was Dino or NASCAR he got on top of. Phil just got loose and he got a lot of air entering 1. And he hit the outside wall hard with the rear end. And then we saw the 3 cars who all got clustered because of Wolf being on top of someone. They all had made hard contact. And then everyone else in the field who slid up had nowhere to go, and that collected a lot of drivers in the field. Not many cars spinning out, but a lot of people made contact there. I wouldn't really know if we should call it the big one, but I would say it's appropriate.
We saw the 7 car there of Wolf, your most dominant car. He got caught up in all of that, went on 2 wheels for a second there, could have nearly well flipped over. He was able to keep it on all 4 and get back going.
Yeah, we're seeing pit stops right now go through. He's gonna have to now make a large charge back to the top of the board here. And someone also, I'll say, had a terrible just beginning of stage 2. Glitch. He had some type of incident coming back after the first lap that he got shuffled all the way back to last on that restart. I don't know if he gained any positions, but I don't know how happy he is at the moment with that incident. He's just gonna have to charge his way back up. What I can tell you is that Wolf must be hungry now, as well as Phil and anyone else involved in that accident who knew they were running up there to get back there as soon as possible.
Well, it will be Fearless, who we know during that last stage, definitely showing some challenge for Wolf, who was the most dominating car. He'll have the lead going into this, and now you wonder if this 99, he's not going to have Wolf all over him this time, that he's going to have to worry about catching. It's going to be him and Zach going off this line. So we'll be able to see if, I'm honestly interested to see if Fearless is able to pull away here with this advantage.
And we are seeing more issues with the officiating here, and we're getting back to another red flag. Pit stop, some drivers have just gone back to the pit stops again. Wolf and NASCAR are both back in, as well as the 29 of Smalls. We are having more issues here right now, and I don't know what the big issue is, but we got red flag here again. I don't know if we're going to the commercial break, but just utter chaos from the officiating team here. I don't know the situation, but what I can tell you is that we have some drivers very upset at the moment.
With this red flag, we will send it back to commercial break. We'll be right back with you from RBN here at Phoenix.
Gods, the dark skies have spoken.
14th when we tried to be everything.
We're back green here at Phoenix after that little red flag incident. A little bit of contact with Zach and Fearless. That's going to cause a big stack up. They're going to be 4 wide. 54 there, all the way set down below. He's going to be able to see if he can get it back under control. We'll see if officials allow that. Wolf, who was caught up in that earlier incident, he's climbed himself back all the way up here. However, it's going to be Phil. He's going to be looking for a good advantage here over the 2. Just cannot get there. And a little bit more contact. The 54 around glitch involved as well. Believe they'll keep it green with this. However, it's going to be Extreme and Phil, who are going to still be side by side. You see everyone else getting back going, though. It's still going to be a fierce battle. 3 wide back there. Wolf, Dino, and Fearless, they're all trying to look for Fia and Ben, getting all over him here. They'll slide up, make a little bit of contact. It's going to allow Dino and Fearless. Extreme try to throw the block, could not get it done. It's going to be Fearless who might have the advantage here all the way on the inside. Who's going to give? Who's going to go? Fearless is going to try and take the lead, but here comes the son of Sub NASCAR. He wants to try and get a piece of this lead. The 78, though, who's going to take it all back from that 8. However, Wolf, the most dominant car in the race today, a bit more contact. 4 wide for second now. Sub's going to back out of that promptly. It's going to be Wolf who retakes the lead. But he's going to have Fearless, who we saw in stage 1, was getting all over him. And he's just really looking to get back at Wolf. He's going to be side by side with him here off at turn 3 as they head down the main stretch. Dino, though, he's still going to be looking. He's been kind of mid-pack, that number 8. However, he's in the recent few laps has been able to show his strength, and he's been climbed up here. However, it's going to be Fearless who jumps out to lead his hand to the dogleg. Wolf's still going to get all over the bumper. Fearless tries to get to that inside. He wants to hold it. That's the faster line. That's going to cause the 7 to slide up. Dino's going to stick his nose under. Fearless is going to block that run on the high side, but Dino's going to be looking on the inside now. Wolf tried to make a peek to the high side, tried making it 3 wide there. Did not work. Fearless will hold the lead through turns 3 and 4. However, it's going to be Dino who's going to get the advantage. Take that lap. Dino's going to hold the inside now. It's these 3 starting to break away here. There's a 4-car battle for 4th behind them. Be side by side. The more they race this, the more Wolf's going to try and get for an advantage. He's going to get right to the quarter panel of the 8. Tries to block him. It's not going to really work. He's going to have that run through the dog leg. They'll be close to 3 wide here. Dino's going to get the clear on Fearless. Wolf had to kind of drop back there after a little bit of contact. However, Fearless is going to get that far better corner. Dino slid up a lot there. So Fearless is going to get a good jump here. We'll look for the battle at 4th now. It's close to 3 wide. It's mostly Zach and Phil. However, Ben and Crown, they're both looking back there. Zach's going to be trying to hold that 4th spot, but here comes Crown. But look at Ben. He wants that jump on the inside. He'll get that through the dog leg. And a little bit of contact there that allows Zach and Phil to hold it on the outside down the back straightaway. They'll be able to keep the momentum. However, the top 3 battle still shaping on. It's Fearless still holding the lead. Wolf is able to get around Dino. But now Fearless starting to kind of get back up there. As the Wolf now really starting to show that speed. He's going to get right to the bumper. However, Fearless gets right down to that dog leg extremely quick. And something is up with that number 8 car. He's losing a good few positions. He's fallen back to 5th now. He's going to be battling for 4th along with Phil. However, not really good for Dino there. Fearless, though, starting to now pull away. As I say that, you get a little bit of a corner there. Now Wolf is going to be all over the bumper as they come out of turn number 2. Still not able to get around him, though. Wolf wants that lead back. He knows he can pull away. However, Fearless is definitely one of his top competitors here, as he's just starting to pull away now. However, Wolf staying right with him, especially entering turn 2. Just all over the bumper. They've kind of separated themselves here from the rest of the pack. It's really a 2-car battle for the lead. Zach currently holding that 3rd spot. Most of the field starting to single file out, kind of into some mini packs here. Like actually the battle of the lead, you saw the 7 all the way down there on the dogleg, was just trying to get something. Just could not get it done. He's still going to be right behind that 99. Wolf is really just trying to get anything. Zach's been able to start pulling away from the number 9 of Phil. He's in that 3rd spot. He's looking to gain anything on this battle, which he might very be likely to do if he just keeps running the line he is. These two are battling up there in front of him. He'll definitely be able to make his way into this battle within a few laps. It depends, though. Pitting will likely have to happen before stage end due to fuel. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens here as the battle for the lead now really shaping on Fearless and Wolf side by side. Fearless cuts the front right of that 7 just down a little bit. However, that's not going to stop the run. Wolf's going to be on the inside through number 1. Side by side as they come off of turn 2. Fearless will have that advantage. Wolf has to slip in behind. However, he's going to look right in. Wolf with the dive bomb. Can he make it stick? They're both going to slide up pretty high here. Dead even just about as they go through the dogleg. Fearless continues that speed. Wolf gets down as far as he can. Trouble with the 8. He stalled there at the entrance to turn 1 all the way on the bottom of the track. Something going on with that car. Will keep it green, though. However, Wolf was able to clear Fearless out of turn number 2. Fearless does not go for a dive bomb. However, Wolf was able to make one stick. He dived on Fearless that last time around and was able to make it work, and he holds that lead now. Fearless, though, he's going to try and not cut through that dog leg as much as that 7. That might give him a bit of a run. A little bit of bumper tapping. Ooh, he's going to give him the bumper. Has nowhere to go with it, though. Fearless loses a bit of time there as the field starts single filing out. Most of the field kind of single filing out here. Still a few side-by-side battles throughout the field. However, it's going to be Wolf who holds that lead still over Fearless. With that, we will send it to Crank It Up here at Phoenix. come back and crank it up. Green flag pit stops were underway there, and just before the closing of stage 2. And a lot of things have been shaken up here from who pit and when. So Michael out as your leader. Wolf was able to take second there. Fearless lost a few positions there. He's back in that battle for a third with Zach. A little bit of lap car trouble with that 54. It's going to really help Zach here maintain that position. Wolf now takes the lead. Michael went down to pit road. Wolf, we know, is that dominant car, was the winner of stage number 1. And I think right here, he'll just be able to kind of cruise to stage number 2 here. Just has to hit those lines as he's been doing so well throughout the race. Zach, though, in the number 4 Mustang, he's holding that second spot. Zach's been able to be up here most of this race. It's just not been able to really get that fight for the lead. Definitely going to be interesting to see what he does in these closing stages here as he holds P2 right now towards the end of stage number 2. As the field's mostly single filed out again here after pit stops. Wolf really just pulled away here with 5 laps to go on the stage. Zach and Fearless holding that second and third spot. Zach, however, he's really just kind of holding his spot, not really losing, not really gaining on that number 99. That's mostly just allowing the 7 of Wolf to just continue to pull away here. Zach is a little bit high going up through turn 2 is going to be the 99. He's going to try and capitalize off of that. He's really in the gas there. Going to try and look for a run down the main stretch. Can't really do it. Wolf, the leader, approaching up on some lap traffic. We'll see if this maybe influences that run that he has. Maybe allows Zach and Fearless to catch up here. Fearless has caught to that bumper of the 4 with that last mistake. We'll be able to see if he can get around him and squeeze up a few extra points. Getting rid of the number 8 of Dino. We'll be able to get back out there on track. He'll be 1 lap down. And they're able to get that situation sorted. 2 laps to go remain in stage number 2. Wolf really with a pretty good lead, about 3 seconds over Zach in second place. He really just has to hold his line, coast around these last few laps, save the tires, save the fuel. The white flag takes stage number 2. A battle for second for that spot's really heating up. Fearless gets right to the inside of the 4. Was able to hold that line. They'll make a little bit of contact out of the corner. Wolf's been really using the draft off of that lap car. Was able to get around him. As out of the final corner, it'll be Wolf winning stage number 2. Followed by Fearless, Zach, Sup NASCAR. And actually, no, side by side at the line. I believe Phil might have got that 4th spot. So your top 5 there would be Wolf, Fearless, Zach, Phil, and NASCAR. So the leaders will come in for pit road here. As the drivers go into pit road here, we'll send it to commercial break. This is RBN with coverage here of the RRL Cup Series at Phoenix.
Gods, the dark skies
words have spoken.
It is time for Susan and I to retire.
But where will you go?
Zeus! Sorry, Zeus! I need a charge on the... Oh! Thanks!
Sweetheart, it's not rocket science. I'm heading out. Don't forget to take Peggy for a walk. Mwah.
Yo, Zeus! A little juice!
That's it. I'm done with this place.
We'll see about that. Everything okay out there, baby?
Hey!
Peggy, a little walk, huh?
I figure you could use a little pick-me-up.
All electric?
All electric.
The BMW iX. Electricity in its ultimate form.
Electric Avenue. Then we take it higher.
BMW, the ultimate electric driving machine.
Nice ride.
Want to give it a spin?
Coffee's enough excitement for me.
Come on.
Very nice. Catherine?
What the?
Hey! All right!
Is that?
Eugene Levy?
We're back green at Phoenix. It's going to be Wolf and Michael getting the side-by-side start. Wolf, the dominant car of the race, gets the better jump. Bit of contact there with Fearless and Sup NASCAR. They'll keep it green. It's going to be 3 wide going in. However, Wolf with a really good run there. He's going to be able to pull off. However, Zach's going to stay right there with him. We haven't really seen Zach versus Wolf too often here. It's going to be interesting to see if Wolf is able to pull away from that number 4. If the 4 can stay right with them as Fearless did. It's more shaking up through the back. Sup NASCAR is going to be looking. He's that sub for Bungie in that 78. Now he's battling for 3rd along with Phil in that number 9 Chevrolet. He's side by side off the corner. However, the battle for the lead still going on. It's Wolf pulling away here from the number 4. However, the 4 is just trying to stay right there with him, trying to look for any different line that he could probably get a run off of. He'll still be right on the bumper. Can't really go for anything though. However, Sup NASCAR, he's going to be going all over Phil. He's going to have that inside going into turn number 1. Not going to really be able to get anything there. And he'll lose that position to Phil. Back up front though. Zach does not get the best entry. He's going to hopefully get a better exit here than the number 7. He's going to have a pretty dead even exit. However, can just not get him through the dogleg. That 7 knows how to get right down there very quickly. And that 4 now is going to just be trying to hope for really any mistake on that 7's part. In this final stage, you cannot really go time yet. I'd say probably once you get to that final pit stop, then that's when everything's really going to matter. We've seen Wolf on pit road. Definitely is able to get a great pit stop. He's been good with them all day today. That team really been able to get that car back out there as soon as possible. And that's definitely helped them win these last few stages here. It's going to be interesting to see if some drivers maybe save, maybe don't. You don't want to save those tires as much as you can, save as really as much as anything as you can throughout this race. You want to have that best car come those last few laps. And I think that's going to be Wolf really holding it on. Look up Sup NASCAR in the 4th position. He's just trying to get back up over that 9. He wants that 3rd spot. I'll tell you, for being a sub driver, is really told in the last minute, not expecting to get in the car. He's been able to bring that 78 Toyota, just a hell of a dominant show. However, he's going to have a bit of pressure here from the 1 of Glitch, who is mostly caught up in some issues most of stage 2 and the end of stage 1. Though he showed some dominance early, he's going to look for that 4th spot and probably get it here off the corner. Gave the 78 a bit of a rub there and was just able to scoot on by. However, as we look back up at the top 3, Phil is really caught up to this battle. That 4 and 7 constantly going at it has definitely allowed some time for that 9 to catch back up. And he'll be looking for a battle, a piece of this pie, really. Wolf still holds these on a lap 87 out of 120. Zach still staying with him, but not really able to pull away that 7. 4/10ths back probably for that 4 compared to that 7. Phil probably about 7 seconds back to the leader. He's really just going to look for anything. I think Phil, he's going to just try and keep that car clean, not really go for anything if he doesn't want to. The cleaner you have that car, the better. Wolf, though, holding the lead over Zach. Starting to pull away now. Last lap, we saw that Zach was still really staying right on that bumper, and he's not really pulling away too much though, but definitely some time being lost there in between that 7 and the 4. The 9 still staying pretty dead even. Sub NASCAR kind of in the middle of everything. Pretty far behind some of these other guys. Oh, and trouble in the back. That's Dino in the 8. Had some troubles there during stage 2. He's around. He'll be able to get back going, but definitely not good. That number 8, he's probably going to have to rely on a caution here. They come up close to 30 laps to go. So the 22 of Michael, he was down there on pit road. However, looking back up at the front, it's Phil who was able to get back up there. He's now been able to pass Zach for that spot. And that's he's kind of closed that door, only about a 10th back. He's going to look for the lead here. Coming out of turn number 4, coming across the line. They'll be side by side. It's Phil and Wolf. Phil hasn't really been able to make too much of a challenge throughout today's race, but he's now battling those dominant cars. They'll make a bit of contact. Wolf came right down there on the fender of that 9. That sets him off pace. That's going to allow Zach, number 4 Mustang, he's going to now look back for that 2nd spot. Phil not happy over the radio with that number 7. Definitely be able to see it. Maybe that causes something later on. Officials do hand out a warning to that number 7 for that incident. He'll get the better part out of it. It's a battle for the 9, with the 9 and the 4 for the 2nd spot. Phil will fall back into 3rd. However, now these 3 are really together now. Now the question is, when will these guys pit? We've seen from the past few stages, there's only about 5-10 to go really in those last stages. I don't think we're going to see that here. I think we're going to see different people come in different laps, maybe 10 to go, 20 to go. We saw Michael down there in the 22. He pitted just a few laps ago, the same lap as that 8 had some troubles there in the final corner. Zach, he was looking all over. That number 7, however, he's going to lose a bit of time there. Phil, though, is going to be right on that bumper. He wants to get back around this forward. He wants to get back up there to that 7 of Wolf. After that little incident, he's going to try it here in 3 and 4. Gets a little bit of door bang. However, he's going to have the inside. That's the line you'll want on these exits. The 4 is going to look for a crossover. He'll get it done. However, this is just allowing Wolf to distance that lead a little bit to kind of how he had it before the 9 and 4 caught back up. 9's going to give bumper to the 4. He's going to look on the inside again. He'll probably have it here 3 and 4. But again, allowing Wolf to just pull away here. Phil goes for it and is able to stick it through the corner. Zach's going to use the dog leg. Makes a little bit of contact there with the outside wall. However, Phil's starting to kind of close that gap a little bit. Glitch able to get around Zach, and now his main focus is going to be that 7. And cutting him down a little bit like that. Getting him a little upset on the radio. Not what you really want to be doing, especially for Wolf in this final stage of the race. However, Wolf does have quite the gap, about 6-7 tenths. Wolf has a bit of a slow corner there, not the best exit. That allows Phil to just kind of catch back up a little bit. He's starting to reel him in here. See, Glitch was down there on pit road. He'll come out just behind these leaders. He'll be 1 lap down. Phil just really keeping the 7 even, not really gaining too much. He is gaining on 7 just a little bit, and he is distancing himself from that 4. That's allowing some NASCAR to get in the draft of that number 4 machine. He'll be able to climb his way back up here. Phil tries to keep it as even as he can with that 7, trying to replicate that line as much as possible. Definitely has a strong suit through 3 and 4. Definitely is able to carry a lot more speed both through there. As I say that, though, it's not a great 3 and 4 for him there. About 20 laps to go here at Phoenix. It's really, this I'd say is go time. You're going to want to start thinking about your strategy, thinking about your fuel, thinking about your tires. What do you go for? Do you go for just fuel? Do you go for tires? Phil going into turns 3 and 4 is going to have the inside. 7's going to throw a late block and kind of allows a little bit off. However, Wolf's going to be in the outside wall. They're going to be dead even as they come to the start-finish line. These guys will have to come in just a few laps for fuel. However, they want to stay out as long as they can. You don't want to pit too early. Phil's going to clear the 7 at turn number 2. They head into turns 3 and 4. Does Wolf stick behind him? He does. Actually, no, he won't. He's going to go around. They'll be side by side yet again. Phil's going to have the advantage on the high side, but Wolf go for the dog leg. He won't. They'll stay above that yellow line, and they'll be still doorbanging each other here. Wolf's able to clear Phil now, vice versa from the last lap. Wolf's going to be able to hold it here. Both these guys will really have to coming in soon with really the rest of the pack. We've seen a few guys come in here. You can see Fear. He was in that lap. He's coming out now just behind these leaders. Oh, and trouble! Wolf wanted to go in. He will still make it. Zach will follow him, but he made a bit of contact with the outside wall and nearly an incident there between the 9 and the 7. But Wolf down on pit road. Zach will follow him. Phil still electing to stay out. He'll probably come in this time. That's going to be interesting to watch this number 7 on this pit stop. Does he get those stops he's been having all race? He looking to pull into his stall. Zach is off and away. Wolf gets into his pit stall. And he is off. He'll beat that 4 off of pit road. Now, where does this put them compared to Phil? Phil's down on pit road right now. Sup NASCAR as well. Really, everyone else has stayed out or in now. These are your final green flag pit stops. Phil needs to make a quick stop here. Gets a refill on fuel, no tires. He's going to get back out, but here comes Wolf. Phil is out. Wolf and Zach behind him. Phil is going to just get out and hold the lead, but the 7 is going to be all over his back bumper. This lead is back underway, this 2-car battle. This is what we're going to be watching for these last 15 laps, and this is going to get good. We'll see if Phil is possibly able to hold this lead, maybe pull away like the 7's been doing for most of these other guys all race. Phil just looking to get over that 7. He's going to give him the bumper into turn 2. Into turn 1, sorry. But that's going to give Phil that run on the high side that Wolf cannot capitalize on. He's going to get a good run here down that back straight. Through turns 3 and 4, it's going to be Phil holding that lead, giving himself quite the gap over the 7. In trouble, Phil around. Wolf got into him. And that is not what Phil wanted. The caution does fly for that incident. This will shake things up now. In trouble after the caution is the 2 of Ben. He also spins around. But the caution will fly in this late stage of the race. Drivers want to come in for what I do not expect to be a pit stop, but they'll all be coming in here. They'll just get those fresh tires now. You might as well. You can't imagine Phil in that number 9 Camaro is going to be too happy about those incidents. Through everything though, sup NASCAR. Gets the lead. That Phil and driver Fungi, he now holding that lead, had an amazing pit stop, got out really before everybody. Now, it's going to be interesting to see here. Wolf got off second. Sorry, Sup NASCAR did not get the win off pit road. It was actually the 2 of Ben. A double file here as they get to the cone. So double file up. And hit the restart zone. We're back green here at Phoenix. 10 laps to go as the Sup NASCAR. He's going to get that jump over the 2 on the high side. Cannot clear him. Here comes Wolf. He's going to peek his nose under. It's going to be Ben in that number 2. He's going to just clear on the high side. Over the 78 is going to get a push from the 7. He's going to have that run. Ben tried to block it. Would not go his way. If he did, has to let that 78 take the inside. It glitched with a huge shove to the 7. Causes a bit of an incident there. That's going to give Glitch the lead. And oh, trouble! Sup NASCAR was finished up down there against the wall. Not good for him whatsoever. However, it's Glitch who's going to take that lead away. He was having a lot of trouble through that stage 2 and the end of stage 1. He's now in the lead with just a few laps to go. But Phil, who brought out that last caution earlier after contact with the number 7, he's back in second. Can he get that run? Can he avenge himself from that last incident? Wolf and Zach battle behind him. The 9 and the 1 do not want that 7 to get up to them. He's hoping that battle with Zach maybe slows them down. However, Glitch starting to kind of distance himself from that 9, but that 9 really just trying to keep him in his sights. This last caution really shaped up everything a lot on that final restart. Turns 3 and 4 always produce some hectic racing. And as we saw just a few laps ago, that can definitely change the way a race ends out. A story it would be for this one who was followed by penalties and so many different things throughout this race. And he comes out and is able to win this race. He's got pretty fresh tires, got them in that last pit stop cycle. In trouble over the radio, we're hearing the number 8 accidentally down pit road in this last stage of the race. Not good for him. He'll be ordered to let the leaders by him. That'll effectively put an end to his race unless another caution comes out here in these closing laps. However, Glitch in his number 1 Pepsi Camaro is really just trying to hold it off. He's got his line, but can Phil top it? We know Phil's able of catching drivers as they'll come to 4 laps to go. It's the 1, it's the 9. Can the 7 and the 4 maybe make something happen? Phil really closes the door with that number 1 out of turn 3 and 4. Can he hold on to something? As they come to 3 laps to go. Phil has closed that gap to 1, but does he have enough in these closing laps? He's gonna have a really good run here down the front straightaway. Into turn 1 they go. Phil's gonna be all over the bumper. He's gonna try it around the high side. Can he capitalize off of it? Glitch is gonna try and block. He can't. They'll be side by side into turns 3 and 4. Does Glitch really has to hold that inside the best he can, but can Phil get a better run on the high side? He can. 2 laps to go. New leader, the number 9. Glitch is going to try everything he can here to get back around. The gap on the inside is open. He just can't get there. Off of turn number 2, he will. He'll be side by side with them, but will he have that run into 3 and 4 to make something happen? They'll be side by side. Glitch gets the better corner. White flag here at Phoenix. You see Wolf there. He's lurking, looking for anything. Glitch on the inside through turn 1. This is where everything could be changed. Phil's going to hold the outside. A lap car is there. Phil's going to have the outside. Will be able to get that better exit. Glitch sends everything he can. Can he get around him? Phil to the outside. Not enough. Glitch is going to take the win at Phoenix. An unbelievable finish for that number 1. Was given penalty after penalty through everything. But is able to come and finally capitalize with one of the best results you could really get. That last few laps there, about 10 to go, is able to just get around there. An amazing show for some of these guys. Phil, that number 9, gave it everything he got. Just was not able to capitalize when it mattered most. As he burns it down. An amazing, really, bounce back. Stage number 3 for that number 1. Those late race cautions definitely helped him out. As you see, his burnouts actually roll his car over. So before we get a word in with him, we'll have to extract him from his vehicle. Never mind, Magic is on our side here with this one. He'll get back on all 4. He still wants to burn the rubber down. And an amazing, amazing performance. This continues to lavish in the win that he has gotten here at Phoenix. We'll wait for him to climb out to get in a word. But the excitement you must have really through everything here. Just from so many penalties and whatever else you would really think was going to be going on. Just to finally come out and end it with a win. It's just one of the best feelings you can really get as a driver, especially on the biggest stage here in RRL. down here with your race winner, Glitch. Through all the penalties and those late stage incidents that you had in the closing stages of the race, you were able to make it matter most here in the final stage and capitalize on the win. How was the race in your eyes?
It was a mess. Just dealing with some of the back markers continuously sending you. It was horrible. Overall, though, it was a pretty good race. I mean, I enjoyed it a lot.
Now, your number one Pepsi Chevrolet obviously had its issues throughout the race, but you were able to get it through in those last few laps, especially with that late race caution. Were you really trying to go for that move there with those closing laps, or was that just kind of a spur in the moment thing that you just had to run with?
I honestly, I've been hearing over the radio that he was sending my team owner, and I don't appreciate that. So I decided if he's going to do it to my team owner, I'm going to do it to him. So
All right.
I think racing is racing, and if you want to do that, then it's going to happen to you. If you don't like it, then don't do it.
All right, that was your race winner, Glitch. I'll let you off and enjoy your victory here. We thank you for your time.
You're welcome.
I get it from. I don't. Yeah. Let's see. Second place. That was Phil. Come here. Down here with second place finisher Phil, and in those late stages of the race, you were looking really good and really shaped up for a win there, but had some trouble with the 7 to bring out that last caution. Take us through that.
Man, I don't know. I tried racing him clean. I mean, there was some beating and banging, but I don't think it was excessive. And I just felt like he said my bad, but the thing is, that was the second time he said my bad to me for something he did, so I was getting pretty upset at that point.
You and him had that.
Go ahead.
You and him had that incident earlier on where he kind of came down in your bumper there, and that kind of costed you a little bit. Were you expecting that to happen, or was that just something that kind of blew you back a little bit?
No, yeah, it blew me back. I mean, he wasn't the only one. I mean, Toyota overall was racing pretty. It was rough. It was definitely a Chevy versus Toyota day, and I think part of it is too the nature of this track that it's so low lane dominant that everyone's trying to fight for that spot. So that's where a lot of bump and runs were occurring. And but then if you shove someone into the apron, you knew you're going to pass them because you can't hold grip down there. You're so slow, and that's what happened to me. I mean, he said it was intentional, but whatever. It just worked out. I'm glad the officials called a caution. I'm really surprised they did. I don't think they were gonna because there was only me and I think I hit Ben. And I guess maybe they consider that a 2-car, but yeah, it was really frustrating. I was really thinking I was going to finish like 5th after that.
All right, you were still able, despite everything, to bring this car home in second. Do you think you could have had something maybe with an extra lap or 2 for that number 1, or do you think it was just kind of something you had to take in?
Oh yeah, no, I definitely could have passed him. I'm not gonna lie, I raced him pretty clean towards the end there. I wanted to because he's my teammate and he's lower in points. So, but if I really wanted to, I feel like I could have won there because he was messing up there towards the end. And if we had one more lap, even I probably would have passed him. But it's fine. I'm okay with P2. I don't always need to win. It's a team sport, so I really want him to make playoffs, and it's a good day for Phoenix Racing overall.
All right, Phil, we thank you for your time and congratulations on your P2 finish.
All right, thanks, guys.
Throw race.
All right, down here with third place finisher Ruoff. You were definitely the most dominant car throughout the field today. Won stage 1 and 2, but in those closing laps, especially with that late race incident with the number 9, brought out that last caution. And definitely shakes some things up for you. But you still come out P3. How was the race in your eyes?
Terrible. Glitch is an absolute buffoon. I can't say words that I want to say about him in this stream, but he is I'm wrecking him every other race. Every race I'm wrecking him. Sending him every time I see him, I'm gonna wreck him. He kills the whole top 3, and now is acting in general like he did nothing. He did not brake at all for turn 3 because he knew he's not fast enough to keep up with me. So he full sent me, wrecked me, and is now saying that it's my fault that I didn't brake. Even though if I did brake, I would have flown up the track since the cars wouldn't turn. He's such an idiot. That's all I'm taking away from this race. Another freaking in Auto Club, the same. Phil dumped me, and I lost that race after getting pole, winning both stages. I can't win a damn race because of just freaking the Chevys. I don't know why. I know it wasn't Phil's fault originally, but the glitch, that was just terrible. I'm so angry, and I now have to do another damn race. I'm racing it right now in another league, and I'm just pissed off. I can't. 2 hours just to get freaking sent.
All right. Well, one more question with you, Wolf. You were still able to bring this car home P3. Still get a good point stay there, but do you think if some things were a bit differently, especially with that move from Glitch, do you think we were able to bring this one home?
I would have won. Well, probably. Me and Phil would have battled for the win, or me and someone, because me and the 4 car were pretty good. I think I was definitely the fastest car when I wasn't getting wrecked by the entire field. Just damn glitch, bro. I'm not gonna take this for the rest of the season. That's my final remark.
All right. Wolf not too happy there with his finish of P3. However, Wolf, we do still congratulate you on that finish, and thank you for talking with us.
See ya.
And that does conclude our coverage here from RBN for the RRL Cup Series here at Phoenix International Raceway. We thank you everyone for joining us, and we hope to see you next time for our next events, especially here at Phoenix tomorrow, following with the the Xfinity Series, and Sunday with the Arc Menard Series. So with that, we thank you for joining us. I'm Ethan, signing out.